I still got to fix this. Hello. I am going live. Let's see how this will work. Trying to fix this. There's a part missing. So anyway, I don't have a light right now. I just got an old kitty. All right. What had happened is I have gone to different doctors, and my last doctor was my last hope. And he lied so bad that my lie detector went off so bad that I actually blocked his number and never want him to ever call me. When you have somebody who lies to you and you can tell, now people like to keep secrets about their lives, if they want to do that. And I let that go because people need to have sometimes a separate life, and I get it. And then other life, whatever it is. And I get it. But when you have a doctor who lies to you, who took the oath of being truthful and all that stuff, and you're getting a liar. And I had it really did not, it was not something I really cared about what was being said to me. Because when someone lies to me, I shut down, and I got lied to quite a bit. I have never, why? Because they're being told a lie by somebody, and they're lying to me and thinking, hey, it's okay. Have her freak out. Hey, it's okay. Tea time. I got to go and play golf. They're more worried about their golf game than saving people's lives. And that's what I see. They're worried about their livelihood. We're not worried about some woman who's getting, who feels that something's going on in her body, and she's telling you, and you're going, yeah. You know what's better? Just tell her, we'll scoop her up, we'll be done. And that's what all doctors do. They wanted to prescribe me stuff that was so scary. Now, when I started telling him the side effects, he's going, really? That's the side effects? I'm like, yeah, that's the side effects of one of them. And then a woman who was a physician assistant put out the well, you're kind of crazy vibe, even though it was a pissing contest when I walked in there. I'm like, really? Well, I don't give a flying fuck if you've run 20 miles. I want to know what's going on with me. Well, we're going to have this test and this test and this test and this test. I'm like, I've had all those tests. Really? I go, yeah, I had them last year. Most of those tests are good for a good 5 years, Well, she tells me that, she's going to redo tests that I redid not 6 months ago. I had done. And I'm like, no, you're not going to do that, because then I get charged for your extra shit if it's not caught. So finally, after going to the ER, being told to go to an OBGYN, and he's seeing all kinds of stuff, and me seeing in an ultrasound some shit that I thought was really suspicious and stuff. I'm like, wow, do I have cancer? No, I don't have cancer. But do I have a doctor that's lying to me? Oh, yes. I can, yes. And you think that, let me tell you this, the only thing that I regret ever doing is not going in the FBI. Oh, yeah. In the fuzzy wuzzy world. Only certain people went in the fuzzy wuzzy world. So I gave up going into the FBI my dad was pissed off. We had the biggest fight ever. It would have been ground floor, getting in there, like working the mail room. My dad's like, no, you're going to go into fuzzy wuzzy. What is it? He never explained. All I know is we got into a big fight, and I could have gone into the FBI. And that's the one thing I do regret, because I think I would have really enjoyed it. But anyway, now I'm dealing with this problem, in which I talked with Devin out of seriously. I said, Devin, I've done everything I can do. I have done everything. So the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to raise money to go to Cleveland's Mayo Clinic so I can have some stuff done. If you want to give, please give generously if you can. Down below in my PayPal account, I would really appreciate it. I have, if you have someone who could buy an airline ticket and I could come up and pick it up, that's cool. You know, I would need money for food and money to stay somewhere. If you know someone who is willing to rent or lend out a room and able to drive me to the clinic so I can be taken care of and see what can be done, because of the fact that I'm going to actually call them and see what I can do in getting taken care of, because I'm going to say I am someone of no means and I need help, and I have not been taken care of. If there's any way that I could be helped, and that's what I'm going to really say. Let me go get my vape and let's smoke and get high, because my life sucks. So I told my son, I said, I have anything west of the Rockies, is not worth anything west of the Rockies for your medical is not worth this jack or shit. My son said the best medical they have is in Ohio, which is over in Cleveland. Well, I agreed with him. I said, well, maybe I could see about having, putting out that I want to go to Cleveland and find out what's going on. And I'll put out, feelers and stuff, because I'm sure there are some instances in which maybe I can get someone to answer some questions. So, and to see what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. And I don't want to see this doctor. There's another doctor I put in for, and I'm like, I don't think so. I really don't. I really think that I just do not feel that the doctors here give a shit. I really, as one lady says, they almost play God. It's like, if they don't like you, yeah, really. It's like mad medicine, and it's really bad. So here's the deals. If you are moving here to Pahrump, oh Lord. So I wrote a book called How I Lost Weight, How I Lost Weight and Ruined My Life. I really did. I thought I was being healthy, and apparently it doesn't matter. If you live out here in Pahrump, oh shit. If you don't got the money to go out to Cleveland, you're fucked. You really are. So I have come to a realization that I will have to try to raise money to go for a Cleveland clinic. I am going to make a living will, which I found out you can make a living will through your insurance company. I'm going to do that, because I really do not, I do not think that, I do not have faith in these doctors. When you lie to somebody, I mean, you're blatantly lying so bad that I block your calls. Yeah, you're lying. And the last doctor was so bad at lying that he couldn't even do it face to face. He had to call me and do it because he left me in that waiting room for so long. I finally just walked out. I said, he obviously does not want to talk to me. And he called me, and I'm like, no, I'm done. You're done lying. I'm done listening because you quit listening when my mouth opened up. Doctors here west of the Rockies, they look at your age and that is it. They don't even look at your name. They'll say, female, your age. You don't even have a name. So if I were you and you're going to the west of the Rockies, you either make sure you have a doctor that you will not change and you have them where you are moving from, because I'll guarantee it, you'll be using that doctor again, because I wouldn't use any of these doctors here, are not worth the pot to piss in or the window to throw it out of. Mhm. None of them are worth a jack or shit. All they care about, and then is the whole fact of your timeline. They're the type that would let you die of cancer. Oh, and guarantee it, they would. They like to play God. So I am hoping that I am hoping that I could get somebody to give some money so I can get some help. That's what I'm hoping for. That I can go to the Mayo Clinic. I am going to call them actually and find out, what they can do, and tell them, hey, this and this and this is going on, and this is what I need help with. Thank you for the thumbs up. I had talked to my son and said, yeah, the Mayo Clinic's the only thing to go. I was thinking the same thing because I thought, well, Arizona probably got the crappy, doctors there too. Anything west of the Rockies is worthless. Unless you really know a doctor that you trust. I'm not, like they say, I am not liking how I was treated, how they the one last doctor was real professional until he started lying. He lied, and that was it. How I lost weight and ruined my life. Well, let's see. I got to see a lot more than what I should. I believe that it made a lot more things harder, including my ex's jealousy, and I never thought that he would get that jealous. I gotta change the shirt though. I don't care if I got blurbles or not. These are just, I'll be right back. So when I lost weight, I thought I was doing it for health, and I think it's vanity too. We all want to look good, feel good about ourselves. And I really thought, wow, I am going to enjoy this coming summer. I'm going to have a nice body. I'm going to have a stomach and a beautiful body. That did not happen. I've been fighting this for 3 months now and dealing with doctors who, it's like my dad would say, my eyebrows would spring up. He goes, why are your eyebrows? They spring up when somebody lies to me. And I'm trying to figure out why they're lying to me. And then when I figure out why they're lying to me, then I figure out why were they told to lie. Then I figure that out. And I'm thinking, why would somebody want to put somebody else in peril? Why would a human being want to put another human being in peril, and where they could get hurt, where they would die? Peril, die. Where somebody put someone else to die. Yes. And not care. And that's how I felt that my life has been put in on. So I'm asking everybody, since I lost weight and ruined my life, could people here at least give a little bit so I can go over to the Cleveland Mayo Clinic, so I can actually have proper care with doctors that aren't going to be lying. Mm. So that's how I feel about the whole situation, and that's where I'm at right now. I've put forth effort to try to do well, and I finally came to realization the only thing I'm going to have to do, I will have to go and I will have to get um a special, I'm going to have to get a living will, because that's how much the doctors care around here. West of the Rockies, you better hope to God that you do not have any kind of health problems, because you will be lucky to find help. Lucky, if that. God's here, the gods here are not in a form of going up to heaven. The gods here are fucking doctors with attitudes. So let's smoke some weed. Get happy. All right. So I have to deal with doctors that are not, as far as I was concerned, I said I almost felt like I knew more about medicine than the actual doctors. And I'm suggesting stuff that people suggested at my work. And I'm like, yeah, what about this? And they're like, well, no, what about this? Well, and I'm saying, well, if I got this, why couldn't we do this? Why couldn't we do that? You know? You're going to lie to me, at least have it confer with the other doctor that the other doctor is not going to say something else, that you're going to say, yeah, I had another doctor tell me one thing that shouldn't be done to me. And the OBGYN saying, oh, yeah, you could do that. And I said, well, why the other doctor? Oh, then we shouldn't do that. And I'm like, wow. So once I told them that the other doctor told me it was okay, the other doctor goes, oh, well, I didn't know that. It's like, oh, shit. I am not going to go to a doctor that don't know his ass from his head. That's just scary. So I'm getting a living will. As long as I got a living will, I'll keep shut about everything, and I won't give a shit. The reason why is I don't know what's going to happen. I went through all avenues excluding going to the Mayo Clinic, and I haven't gone and done that. But I will try to raise money to go to the Mayo Clinic to find out what's wrong with me before I get any sicker or any bigger. Apparently no one gives a fuck about me. So that's where it comes from. I'm getting really bad medicine. It is horrible. It's like somebody is paying them to say lies. And I'm like, wow, I know where that one's coming from. I know where that one's coming from. That one, that one, that one. Oh, yeah. I know where it's all coming from. And I need to get away from the West and go to the East to find out what is really wrong with me and what is going on, because I feel like crap. And I'm always, it's like, should I? Would I? All I know is I'm not going to get any information from here. I can guarantee it. And I tell people, if you have a medical condition, do not move to Pahrump. This is not the place for somebody who's real sick, unless you just want to die in your place and have someone find you a month later. Because this is the great place for dying. Oh, that I would say this is a pretty good place for, not living too long, because the doctors here, the word blow is synonymous with them. I do not like them. I do not care for them. The doctors here remind me of Tweedledee and Tweedledum, You're dealing with somebody who doesn't tell me the truth. So as I lost weight, though, I found out that If you look better than your physician assistant, they give you shitty service. She looked at me as if I was a competitor. "Well, I run 5 miles." Oh, I don't give a fuck how many goddamn miles you run as a physician assistant. I want to know what's wrong with here. What's going on here? I are crazy. All right. I have heartbeats going on, but I'm crazy. I bet you if I went to the Mayo Clinic, it would be taken care of. But I need help with that. So if somebody would like to buy even plane tickets for, I would say it would be like Monday evening, about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. And then, I could spend, a flight there, which I'd get there about, morning. And then I get a good nap in, see a doctor. So I don't even need a place to stay. I could probably just stay anywhere. But, it'd be nice to have a place to stay to take a shower and stuff. So, it'd be nice to do that. I just thought it would be nice to go to a place that would help me out. And I just want to know what's going on. I want to hear it from an actual doctor that isn't lying to me. Yeah. So I wasn't too happy with all the crap. I know when I'm being lied to. I get it if somebody wants to protect their livelihood and who they are, blah blah blah. Good. I don't give a fuck. When you start lying about my health, oh, you've done pissed off the Omega. Yeah. You pissed off the Omega and she starts spreading her love around and it's not too funny. Yeah. I'm not a happy camper when I have to suffer and I'm made to suffer. Oh, that's not a good thing. So, I talked to my kids and I talked to my son and said, there is nothing I can do. I've done everything. I had a doctor call me crazy. Not outright. She didn't call me like, she didn't go, oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're just being silly. That's what she told me. You're being silly. Really? In 3 weeks, my stomach got bigger than what I've ever had. It's almost like a stomach of what I was when I was almost 300 pounds, how I feel. And you're saying I'm silly? Oh, I was just blown away. I was blown away how she was. I still can't get over it. And you can hear it on the video, on the audio tape. Her talking about her 5 miles. And I'm like, well, I exercise every day. And it's like, I ran 5 miles. I ran 5 miles. Yeah, oh, big fucking deal. Do you take care of your job? Do you? No. After dealing with the physician assistant, I went and waited a week, a couple weeks. And then I seen the other doctor. And that's when the same day I went over and got the ultrasound and everything. And no, same shit, same thing. Oh, it was classic. I mean, here I heard a doctor tell me a couple years ago, the reason, and this blew me away. I had no reason to ever think about getting a hysterectomy, but he said, "What, you don't want to have any more kids, do you?" And this is what he said. If you're not going to have any more kids, we need to just tear it out. I was like, shit. There's certain things you don't say to women, and one of them is tear it out. Let's just take it out. It's like, yeah, I get it. There's rednecks here. I got a redneck gynecologist at one time, and he no longer is my gynecologist at this time. Yeah, I got a lot of people don't like him. He's an asshat. So I changed him up and never went to a gynecologist after that. It was up until recently. And I was told a bunch of hoo-ha, hoo-ha, That was a lie, lie, lie. I'm like, I know what I have, and it does not make you get bigger each day unless you have a hernia. Your stomach gets bigger. It'll just keep getting large. And they said I didn't have a hernia because I asked them, do I have a hernia? Because we were talking about that at work. And I go, let me think. And I think I talked to them about it because they said I don't have a hernia. Because usually if you have a hernia, it also hurts to lift up stuff. But the only thing that hurt, and yesterday I did some sit-ups, not even a lot. I did, I think, maybe 30 sit-ups, and my stomach really, my whole area, like right here, here, just hurt, hurt, like really, really bad. And I'm like, oh, that's just not good. That's not good. And I was getting stressed out with that. I was sitting there thinking, what is going to happen to me? And then I thought, well, I should get a living will. And, the thing is, I really don't give a care what happens to me if my kids get taken care of to some certain point. I'm just to that point. I really don't care anymore. My life just sucks. I lost weight and nothing happened good. It just, everything's falling apart on me. It really is. I've never had, it's just been absolutely a nightmare for me. I wish that the smiter up there, the fucker up there, yeah, that smiter, the one who smited me, because I praised him. Smite! I praised him more. Smite, 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 smite. The more you praise the fucker up there is the more you'll get smited, because that's what happens to me. So I no longer believe in God. Oh God, no. I mean, it's just nothing good happens to that. I'm so pissed off. Doctors lying to me, and I could tell when they lie. I really can, especially when you're being told something that there's no way it's going to get that big. I was told by my last doctor that it's going to get, this is what I was told by a doctor who took the oath, just like those, policemen, and whatever people, they all take the oath, to be honest. Cysts down in your baby making area, are not going to get real huge. They're maybe the most they'll get is this. Maybe they're not going to keep growing. It's just not a thing that cysts are, ovarian cysts are going to grow that big, because it's coming from a vein, and it's just not going to get that big. So what are they lying on? Oh, they're big fucking liars here. So I really need help. Help me get to the Mayo Clinic. Because here I will never get help. I will die before I get help. They don't give a fuck about me. They are butchers. Anything west of the Rockies, stay away from. And that's how I feel. And that so far has rung true. And a lot of people have said the same thing. Anything west of the Rockies, you get the most horrible, horrible type of medical. You got to fly east of the Rockies. You got to go, like a lot of people, they go to the Mayo Clinic, which is the #1 clinic in the United States, and in some cases for heart surgery and stuff, the world. So something's going on with my body. I need to know what's going on. I would like to go, and maybe I can do some fundraising and sell some stuff to try to fundraise to go to the Mayo Clinic. And that's what I think the only thing I can do is to do some fundraising. If you got any ideas, some fundraisers that, are easy to, sell stuff or whatever, I'm willing to hear. I really am. I've done everything I can here. I just want to go to the Mayo Clinic. And that's where I'm at. The only place I really want to go is the Mayo Clinic. That's Devin and I were talking about. He goes, "That's the best place." I said, "Well, then that's where I want to go. I want to go to the Mayo Clinic because that is where I'd get the best care and the most honest." I got lied to by my last doctor who really, really did a fib and a half. And I'm like, wow, cysts do not get that big. And I said, well, then let them grow, is what I said. And then I hung up on him and I did not answer his phone calls or nothing anymore. I refused to. I blocked his number. He is never going to hear from me again. Do not lie to me. Do not expect. Oh, what does it say? Loading one with you. Ah, good. Good, Tom. Yeah, I would love to go to the Mayo Clinic. So I lost weight and I thought that, everything was going to be good. I was going to have a good, whatever. And it never happened. It really didn't. I thought I was going to have a wonderful, everything was going to fall into place. My marriage would have been saved. And then I lost weight in my eyes and stuff. I started seeing a lot of stuff. And then it was talking with neighbors who were like, hey, your husband goes and talks with the neighbor all day. What? All day, talks with her. And I'm like, really? Then you hear, that it's like the forever thing. I was told that my husband was hanging out with the neighbor and he said it was platonic. And I'm like, I can go for so long. When you talk to somebody on the phone and you have a certain voice, you have like your I love you and care about you voice. Oh, yes. That's the voice he gave to her. It was not the voice of, hi, you're my neighbor and I need to take care of business. That's when I started to realize something else was going on. And my neighbors were telling me not to be in what I first thought to be mean and evil. No, they weren't being mean and evil. They just wanted to tell me because they didn't want me to catch diseases. Because they knew I wasn't, I guess, fooling around. So enjoy this. At least I could pretend that I am that I have doctors that don't lie. Oh yeah, and I could tell. I could tell when people do white lies. I call white lies where you don't want someone to know. Let's say, let's pretend um let's pretend I'm a Victoria's Secret model, all right? And I don't want no one here to know I'm a Victoria's Secret model. All right? I don't want no one to know that I do that. And my livelihood in my stomach looking like a bloated warthog is a big no-no. If you're pregnant, it's good. If you're not, you're looking like you're not going to have a job. So I would lie and probably say, yeah, I really am looking forward to, you'd make up something that sounds stupid, okay? And it would sound stupid, but you would take it because who's going to believe that Steffi or that Omega is a Victoria's Secret model? Right. No one. So you take whatever little lie I throw out and you go, okay, you're just doing it because maybe you're just don't want to feel fat. And that's what a lot of people would normally do. But when I'm lied to, when you could when someone lies to you all the time and you go, oh, that's no, no. Yeah, that and it's why we're getting divorced. So I will um I will probably mail my thing tomorrow because I have time, and I will um, be very happy about that. Um, I'll have it where I know that they're signing for it and stuff, so they get it. So I'm excited about that. I was going to drop it off myself, but since nobody in my friendship thing wants to drive with me, and I really thought it'd be kind of neat to have a friend drive with me and go and drop it off. But since I have no one who gives a flying fuckaroonie to come with me, and I'm not in the mood to drive alone out that far, I'm just going to mail it. I know we'll get there because I thought, ooh, yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thank you, Tom, for joining me, and thanks for putting a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I am smoking my homegrown. Uh, yeah, my son's he's cleaning out his uh thing, and I told him that I'm going to try to the house so he can be here, and not to worry. I will take care of my medical. They says, what if you don't and you don't find out what it is? And I go, well, if it's something that will hurt me, what I could do is for now I could get a living will. And I told them down the road I will get insurance that if I die of some misdiagnosed shit that these crap doctors do, then he can have like extra money to like pay off whatever hasn't been paid off, blah blah blah. And that's how I figured it. What happened though, he lied to me and told me stuff that I thought was absolutely a it was bad. I really didn't like being lied to, and I think I'm going to make some Pahrump shirts and start selling them and see if I can make decent. Oh god, I got to blow my nose. But I just felt really pissed off after what he lied to me saying that, well, you know, I don't feel like operating on you and taking out anything or spending extra time to show that I care. So I'm just going to tell you and treat you like you're 300 years old and you're a piece of shit. That's how I was treated. So I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Mayo Clinic, that's the only one. So I quit eating crappy and stuff. And I was so proud of myself because I am so addicted to sugar. I love my sugar. I am like, every, fat girl who loves her sugar. And I really did. And I quit a lot of things so I could be healthy. And then I am combating me having a stomach that's just slowly growing big. It's growing big. It's getting big. Yeah, it is. And it makes me think that maybe there's cahoots going on here or something. I don't know what it is. I just don't care to fucking know. I almost wanted to tell Devin, I just want to leave here because really, who am I going to date? Grandpa? Because anyone my age, God, 80s just was a party year. I must have been a real fucking nerd because most people near to my age, just near, you're like, wow, that's some serious shit. That's what everyone says, but you got to remember, I'm wearing a size 2 pair of pants where these pants were big. I had a gap about this much, and there's no more gap. I have to unbuckle it. I have to in order to, yeah. And it's all like I felt pain right up here. I felt all kinds of stuff. And I'm thinking, well, it really does worry me when I feel that it is, uh, how can I say that my life is put into peril. They don't give a shit. That's how I feel. They're like going, oh, isn't that funny? One lady said she always felt like, the doctors here played God. And I think, though, comparatively, I'm a woman's size 2 or young ladies, I would say size 4 because I'm wearing a woman's regular size 2, and I thought it was too big when I tried it on for the top part. I've always got a very skinny waist, so that has been a plus for me. And it's just the waist is not so skinny. In fact, I had to unbuckle and unzip for my half an hour break because it's just like too much, really. Yeah, it does look like a lot less, but you got to understand, I had a really small waist, and relatively speaking, I am now going to be fitting into bigger sizes. It's just a size I guess you would say I've been. When I went to try on, yes, I got leather pants. When I went to try on my leather pants, the would not fit. You have to be a size, it's a it's from the 90s, so it was like a size 8 and it fits like a 6. I'm tiny when it comes to certain things and including my waist. And the only thing I need to do is just work out on my arms. And it's been a long thing to work out on them. Ugh. It's like blah. I need surgery on them in a lot of cases because I have, loose skin. Well, loose skin. La, 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 la. So when I lost weight, I thought that my health would be good, and it hasn't been good. And I'm like wondering what triggered that. So if you want to see me, here, let me put down you want to see me, I work at 51 fireworks. Rockies. I'm not working tomorrow, Bobby. Thursday through uh Sunday. Thursday through Sunday. 2 to 10. Yeah. Thursday through Sunday through to 10. There. And you can see me. You don't have to tell me if you see me or whatever. I have a shut in. He knows who he is. He'll watch us later on, and he sits in his car and he waves. So I'll let my shut in guy. That's what I call him. He's kind of really shy, and he sits in his car and he'll wave to me. So as for myself, I'm just very upset because I really thought that. I would be enjoying, not having to worry about clothing. That was a big thing, and bending over and having, your ass hang out. I hated that. I hated having to worry about, am I going to fit in these pants this week, because there would be times I had a closet full of clothes I couldn't fit into. So when I started losing weight, I started noticing a lot of my clothes were out of date. When you start gaining weight, you don't care what's in style. You just want to have something that covers your body because you're, it's like you feel so self-conscious, of what you wear. There's so many times I used to go to Bunko and I'm like, I just want to find something that'll cover my ass. That's what I used to sit there and think. I'd bend over or something, I was everyone's little joke. Yeah. So I'm nothing but a joke to them at Bunko now. I'm just a flippin' joke. That's all I am. That's all I'll ever be. I think that, a lot of people, here think of me as a joke, and it just hurts me. I just want to be thought of as somebody who can be fixed. And they're just like, "Well, your stomach doesn't look that big," and I'm like, "Well, comparably, it is big if you think about the fact that these pants I could have put in a whole nother me. I had to wear a belt." Hi, Terry. Don't forget the thumbs up. Thanks. So, in retrospect, I'm still working on my documentary, and I know what I'm going to call it. But I'm not going to say anything. Let's just put it this way: I am very tired of anything west of the Rockies in the United States. You'll get subpar type of crappy healthcare like never before. Is just anything west of the Rockies. That's what you'll get. That's what I'm getting now. I'm looking forward to anybody who would like to put down here. I would get a I guess it would be like it would have to be after, it would be where I can take at least 4 days and go fly there, go get seen, and then fly back. And to be able to talk to somebody on the phone that feels comfortable where you don't have to go to the doctor's office. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. I don't really think that I could get, you know, anyone to give me money to go and do what I want done, which is to go to the Mayo Clinic. So what I'm hoping for is that I do get to talk to somebody down the road. Like my friend said, if it's a hernia, well, if it's a hernia, it really hurts. I had friends with hernias, and if it went 2 weeks, three, they'd be in some serious pain. So I will be letting go, because I don't have anybody on here right now, and I pretty well have stated, my piece. I'm um I'm really upset. You know, the doctors here have broken me down to I've cried so much that I don't think I have any more tears left. I just could feel that emotion, but I've come to the point, yeah, I'm not going, I need some light here. Jesus Christ. Here. Okay, maybe you can see that. All right. Yeah, you can see a little light. I put my light from up there. I'm gonna have to move it over here. Anyhow, I have I'm just pissed off. I do not like to be lied to, and I got lied to a lot. I don't care if someone takes a fucking oath. They took an oath and they lied to me. Lied. Like la 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 lie. What gets me is people like and sometimes see where they've been. You know what it is? They play it in their mind and you could go, oh yeah, nice beach. Nice party. Nice video. Nice other video. Yeah. And that's why when senior psychopath would lie to me, I'd go, oh yeah. So I am going to go on okay Cupid. I've been going on the live feeds and telling people where I work. And if they want to see what I look like, they can come to my work, you know. So that's what I've been doing. All right. I'm on one of my things I go on is just okay Cupid lately. I haven't really I go on the live feed. I like it. So I've been going on a little bit more because it's just been easy. People could see what I look like now, because if they don't like someone who has purple hair or whatever. So I'm going to let you guys go and have a wonderful tomorrow. I'm going to be off tomorrow, so I got some stuff to do. I don't have enough money to go to Vegas. I got to make my car note. So, all right, I'm going to go. I'm going to end.